You've seen the mansions, you've seen the Lamborghinis on Sunset. But what you haven't seen is what I'm about to show you. There's a sector of wealth in Los Angeles, family estates passed down for generations, places that never hit the MLS, hidden and behind gates, and most people didn't even know they existed. Today we're breaking down 7 neighborhoods where LA's old money still lives and breathes. From the quiet elegance of Brentwood to the timeless estates of Pasadena and Holmby Hills. Stay till the end, you won't want to miss number 7. All right, number 1, of course, Beverly Hills. Now let's talk about the neighborhood that put LA luxury on the map, Beverly Hills. Everyone knows the name, but few people understand the history. The area started as a failed oil fields in the early 1900s until developers turned it into a garden city for Hollywood's rising elite. From that moment, Beverly Hills became the home base for LA's first real estate dynasties, the Warners, the Hiltons, the Goldwins. The people who didn't just live in LA, they built it. The flats of Beverly Hills, north of Wilshire, where the legacy still breathes. Wide palm-lined streets, perfect lawns, iconic homes that haven't changed in half a century. Families here don't sell, they preserve. Move into the hills above Sunset and you'll find larger estates, tucked into winding streets, privacy, elevation, architecture, Mediterranean villas, classic Georgians, modern restorations. Everything here is built to outlast generations. And the price of entry for the premium locations, 10 million is the entry point, but those numbers skyrocket fast. Top estates easily cross 50 million, and in prime Beverly Hills, it's not uncommon to see or hear about $100 million deals closing quietly without ever hitting the MLS. But even with that level of wealth, the true old money crowd keeps it quiet. You won't find them flexing on Rodeo Drive. You'll find them at the Beverly Hills Hotel, in private rooms at the Peninsula, or hosting dinner parties at homes that look like they belong in another century. Old money in Beverly Hills doesn't need to tell you they have money. The address says it all. Number 2, Bel Air. If Beverly Hills is where LA's wealth was born, then Bel Air is where it was fortified. Developed in the 1920s by oil magnate Alonzo P. Bell, Bel Air was designed for privacy. Long before social media made that a luxury. It's hidden, winding, it's heavily guarded, a place where the power players can exist without being noticed. Behind those gates live families who have been here since the Great Depression. Studio founders, heirs to oil and media empires, and trust fund dynasties who never needed to sell. The original section, Eastgate Bel Air, is the crown jewel. Massive lots, old world estates, Bel Air Country Club, and more history per acre than anywhere else in LA. Homes here don't go on the market, they transfer through trust lawyers and family offices. When you drive through, you'll notice no two properties are the same. From grand European style villas to discreet mid-century compounds, everything here is bespoke. Median home prices hover around 8 million, but in the upper Bel Air, 50 to 200 million dollar listings are standard, and yet you'll never know it. Most homes are hidden by hedges, gates, or private roads. Bel Air isn't trying to impress you, it's trying to disappear, and that's exactly how old money likes it. So number 3 is Brentwood. When people think of quiet, established wealth in LA, this is where they're thinking. Brentwood. It's green, it's private, it's completely unbothered by the noise of Hollywood. This is where you find long driveways, tree-lined streets, and homes that have stayed in the same families for decades. You'll notice the architecture first. Classic Spanish colonials, Cape Cods, and mid-century estates that feel more East Coast than West. And that's no accident. The early developers here were old professionals, lawyers, studio founders, and philanthropists who wanted something timeless and not trendy. When you drive through places like Brentwood Park, it feels like old LA. Manicured lawns, towering sycamores, and estates that rarely hit the market. Mandeville Canyon offers sprawling lots tucked into nature, perfect for privacy and equestrian lifestyles. And up in Crestwood Hills, you'll find an iconic enclave of modernist homes designed in the post-war era, one of the first planned architectural communities in LA. Even the social life here is is low key. The Brentwood Country Mart is the local hub. Everyone from legacy families to Hollywood executives grabbing coffee in sweats. No show, no flash. And that's the point. Brentwood isn't about being seen. It's about staying grounded. Homes here start around $3.5 million, but that's just the floor. In Brentwood Park, estates can reach $20 million or more. And even then, the value isn't in the view, it's in the continuity. This is the kind of wealth that doesn't change zip codes. It just passes down by surnames. So number 4, Malibu. Drive west past the noise of the city and you reach Malibu, California, where old money hides in plain sight. Most people know Malibu for its glass boxes on the cliffs, but true money lives behind the gates, away from the crowds. Point Dume, Broad Beach, and the Malibu colony are the original enclaves, founded nearly a century ago when this was still remote farmland. Families who bought here in the 40s and 50s are still here today. Some still with beachfront parcels that have been handed down 3 generations deep. You'll see original bungalows restored into estates worth 25 to 80 million, but still carrying the same family name. The median home price in Malibu sits around $6 million, but in the colony, that number easily triples. And unlike the hills, Malibu isn't about who can build the biggest structure, it's about preserving that oceanfront lineage. Many residents live seasonally. The rest of the year, the homes stay empty, waiting for family summers and quiet reunions. Old money here doesn't need the views. It already owns the coastline. Number 5 is Pasadena. Now let's head east, away from the glamour, into the roots of LA wealth. Pasadena is where the city's first fortunes settled. This was home to railroad tycoons, citrus magnates, and industrialists. Families that helped build LA from the ground up. They built mansions along Orange Grove Boulevard, famously called Millionaires Row. Massive craftsmen, Tudor, and colonial revival homes, each one unique, built with an attention to craftsmanship that modern homes rarely match. Names like Gamble, Wrigley, and Norton Simon still echo through Pasadena's legacy. Their estates became landmarks, museums, libraries, foundations. Median home prices hover around 1.8 million, but those estates can easily stretch in the $10 to $30 million range, if they ever hit the market at all. Now, Pasadena's old money families still play a major role in LA's cultural and philanthropic landscape. They're the donors, the trustees, the people quietly shaping the city without the need for visibility. In Pasadena, wealth isn't worn, it's restored. And it's some of the purest old money you'll find in Southern California. Number 6, Hancock Park. Before Beverly Hills became the symbol of LA luxury, Hancock Park was it. Built in the 1920s by the Hancock family on what used to be oil fields, it became home to LA's earliest elite, studio heads, politicians, and socialites. The neighborhood looks straight out of a movie set. Wide streets, perfectly trimmed hedges, old world mansions that look like they belong in London or Paris. Think Georgian manors, Tudor estates, early Spanish revivals, all perfectly preserved. Families here have been in these homes for generations and play Wilshire Country Club. You'll see the same surnames on museum plaques, charity boards, and civic organizations that have quietly run LA for decades. The median home price sits around $3 million, but the grand historic estates on streets like Windsor Boulevard can go for 10 to 25 million, and those usually sell privately. What makes Hancock Park unique is its location. It's right in the middle of the city. You're minutes from downtown, Koreatown, Hollywood, but it feels completely insulated from all of it. It's refined, historic, unshakably confident, old money in its most architectural form. Last but not least, Holmby Hills coming in at number 7, the crown jewel of Los Angeles. Old money Holmby Hills. Wedged between Beverly Hills and Bel Air, part of the Platinum Triangle, but in many ways, it's the quietest and most exclusive of them all. Developed in the 1920s by the Jans family, who also created Westwood. Holmby Hills was designed for estates that would stand the test of time. These are not homes, they're iconic landmarks. Properties like the Playboy Mansion, the Spelling Man Manor, and the Beverly House all sit here, each representing a different era of Los Angeles luxury. Every estate is on acres of manicured land, some up to 10. The median price is easily clear $20 million, but prime properties can exceed $200 million and still you never see them. That's because Holmby Hills isn't about status, it's about power that doesn't move. And these families have been here for decades. Their wealth rooted in real estate, media, and philanthropy. Drive through it and you'll feel the silence, the space, the gravity, the legacy. This is where the city's old money sleeps at night. So you see, Los Angeles is a city obsessed with what's new. New money, new fame, new luxury. But these neighborhoods, they remind you that real wealth doesn't need attention. Old money doesn't need to chase the spotlight. It owns the land beneath it. And it's been doing that for over a century. From Brentwood to Holmby Hills, these are the families who built Los Angeles and they're still shaping it today quietly from behind those iron gates. If you're thinking about buying or selling in LA's luxury market and you want to navigate it in the right way, my team and I can help you find your place in this city. So make sure to hit like, comment, subscribe, and check out my other video, LA's best neighborhood. You'll want to see that next. I'm Alan, and I'll see you in the next one.